guys. So, I'm finally here. I've actually been trying to do this since January. And fear and things have just held me back and, said I couldn't do this. And so, as per my thumbnail, how do I survive the storms of life? I can tell you, one day at a time. And make a YouTube channel to talk about it. So, here goes. My name is Carol, better known as Mom. So you can either call me Carol, you can call me Mom Carol, either one works. So, I guess the best thing to do would be to tell you my backstory. There's a lot to tell, so I'm not going to go into everything on this, but through time you'll hear a lot more. So, I lost my husband in 2020. In 2021, I developed COVID. I was in the hospital. I was diagnosed with COVID pneumonia. In early 2022, my hair started falling out and I started having tremors and my speech was affected. So if you hear me stuttering sometimes, I'm not going to edit that out. Well, in fact, right now I don't even know how to edit. So anyway, if I start stuttering, I'm going to leave that in because that is just a problem that was left with me. So it's a neurological issue. My fatigue level is off the charts. And then I went to the doctor. I was diagnosed with Hashimotos Disease. And in December of 22, I fell off my deck and I hit my head on the way down. And then when I got to the bottom, I realized that I had broke my back. So I thought it was my neck, but it wound up being my back. So doctor said there was good news and bad news. Good news was my neck wasn't broke. Bad news was my back was. But through that, when they done the MRI for my back, they found out that I had neck spurs. I guess that's from when I hit my head on the van. I don't know. And then the MRI showed cervical spinal stenosis and degenerative disc disease. So, no, it's not been a fun trip at all. And also degenerative joint disease. And then as of now, I am dealing with weight gain. So I'm not talking 2 pounds, 3 pounds. I'm talking 30 pounds, 40 pounds. So my doctor's come up with a few ideas. We'll see what happens in the future, but as for now, I'm going to try to do it on my own without any injections, without any pills, without any surgeries. So what I am doing and what I've been doing for the last week, since I actually seen my doctor, I have been cutting out a lot of sugar, a lot of carbs, and I might have come to realize that my large Dunkin' coffee with that extra foamy cream probably wasn't such a good idea. So, I had to cut that out too. So, anyway, through diet and exercise, I really hope to work on that, and really, I'd like to go on this journey with y'all. And I'd like to let you know what I've lost. I can't think of the word, and brain fog is my friend, unfortunately. So I've been wanting to do a YouTube channel for months. But one of the things that, of course, would hold me back is worrying about the content. Is the content good enough? Will people point out all my flaws? If you're wondering what I'm doing, I do have a few cue cards here because I knew I wasn't going to remember everything. But over the months, I've learned I am me. Flaws and all. That's me. I don't wear makeup. I know my hair is thinning. But at the same time, I'm very transparent. And what you see is what you get. I don't sugarcoat things. And the one thing that I will say on here, I will not get into politics. I will not get into whether or not you've been vaxxed. But the one thing I will talk about, when it is due and when I feel, is I am a Christian. I am proud of it. And I've got to say, if it wasn't for God, I don't think I would have possibly gotten through everything that I did. So I've got to thank God for that. Now, there's also a couple channels that I happen to watch. And that is Jen from Silver and Solo, Latoya from Dodash, and Jen from A Beautiful Life. Now, these three ladies have given me the confidence and the build-up to know that I can do this. And I can do it as a regular thing. See, my hope is that I can reach out with some of these other people that are going through some of the same things that I am. And there's just that thing of where, and leaving comments will be great, and that's what I want people to do. I want them to leave me comments, and I want them to talk about their life, because a lot of times we feel that we're going through something by ourselves, but come to find out, let's just take long COVID, for instance. There are approximately 1.6 million people right now that are going through long COVID. And if I thought I had it bad, I don't touch what I have seen what some other people are going through. And I feel bad for them. I really do. And, even Hashimoto's, again, there are so many things that, that people with Hashimoto's go through, the same as somebody who has the long COVID. It's a lot of the same things. And even when it goes into, losing my husband and grief, there is just a lot of things that we can put all together with that. So there's like three things in common. They all cause a sea of emotions. They all have a lot of side effects, such as anxiety, depression, and it causes us to maybe not want to eat, not want to get out of bed. Sometimes even a shower can be daunting, which I have had days that it has taken me sometimes 2 days, 3 days to be able to build up, to have enough energy to even get into the shower. And because I don't have a walk-in, there are days that I can't even pick up my leg to put it over into the bathtub to get the shower. So people, when, whoever is watching this right now, if you think, if you have a relative that has, especially that has long COVID, that has Hashimoto's, that has an autoimmune disease, don't think that they are lazy. Don't think that they just don't feel like it. Because I'll tell you what, this is serious. And it is something that, like I said before, more than 1 million people, probably 2 or 3 million people, including the Hashimoto's, and that it's something that we deal with. Some days it's hard to get out of bed to even put our shoes on. Some days I make it to my chair in the living room, and that's as far as it goes. I can't move the rest of the day. Sometimes getting up and thinking that I have all this energy and everything that I'm going to do, and I take our dog out, and That's as far as it goes. I walk outside, I take the dog out. When I come in, I get in my chair and I don't move the rest of the day because I don't have the energy to. So, what is this channel about? Basically, I want to share some of the days that I have to let you know you're not alone. I know there's too long of a break in here. What we're going to do is what happens when you don't feel like cooking or even eating for that fact. And I have days that I don't feel like eating. It is like I am too tired to even chew. But that's a topic that we're going to save for another video. But what I want to do is I want to make, how to make ahead foods for those days. So when you get that energy boost and you want to cook and it very easy meals that maybe it'll only take an hour to maybe make 4, 5, 6 meals ahead. So on those days that you really don't feel like doing much, you just take it out of the freezer, pop it in the microwave, and you're good to go. And also simple meal plans and cheap meal plans. Because again, there are so many people that have had to either cut down to part-time or they, some people have had to leave their jobs altogether because they can't work. And so for that, I know that there's going to be a lot of Aldi trips and some Dollar Tree trips and, so we got some field trips coming up. So the ladies that I mentioned before, by the way, Silver and Solo and A Beautiful Life and Dodesh, I will leave their links down below. So if you get the opportunity to see, go check them out too. But anyway, this is my first video, and I really hope to improve a lot and not have as much dead space in between and really be able to not have cards and to be able to just speak freely. And I would like you all to, I would love for you to become a family to me, a community, a tribe, whatever. But anyway, I hope to see you again soon. And three things I want you to do though before I go. Number 1, subscribe. If you like this, if you want to hear more, if you want to hear more of my stories, and believe me, I've got a lot of them, subscribe, hit that bell, and that will let you know the next time that I have a video put up, and I hope to have another one up this week. Second thing, before I go, I want you to find one thing to smile about. Now, it doesn't matter what it is. I watch a lot of animal videos. I just watch silly videos. Or it could be your spouse. It could be one of your kids. It could be, walking outside in the morning and just seeing that flower that you didn't see before. Just something that puts a smile on your face and lifts up your vibe for that moment. And the next thing is go and find a rainbow through the rain. And I will see you next time. Bye.